Can you tell me who you are?
Sure.
Why you're here?
Yep, Paul Allen.
Speak up.
Paul Allen. I'm Senior Vice President and Chief Environmental Officer for Constellation Energy, headquartered in Baltimore, Maryland.
And what is Constellation?
We are a medium-sized electric power producer, so we have about 9,000 megawatts of power, some of it nuclear, some of it gas, some of it coal, some of it geothermal, some of it solar, some of it wind, some of it biomass, like that. We're the largest wholesale power seller in the United States and the largest retail power seller in the United States, and that's because we buy a lot more energy on the markets than we produce, and then we package it to provide directly to large retail and industrial customers. We serve about 75 of the Fortune 100 company with some of their energy needs in that manner, and then we also provide power to local distribution companies that don't have any of their own generation.
So why have you come so far to wait in line for hours to... Why have you come so far to this conference?
Well, because it's of great strategic importance to us. We are big supporters of carbon legislation in the United States, cap and trade legislation. We'd like to see it enacted as soon as possible. Our business model, which is predicated on being a merchant energy producer, but also one that already serves more low-carbon energy than high-carbon energy, and we would like to see that mix actually become cleaner on balance over a period of years. So this is actually of great strategic importance to us. Plus, we have two joint ventures with Electricity de France, EDF, and so one to build new nuclear plants in the United States and another around our existing nuclear units. So we have kind of a meaningfully international component to our business mix, and so it's very interesting and important to us to understand kind of what the world is thinking and doing in this very important matter.
So you're an energy provider, but you support cap and trade.
Oh yes, yeah.
Can you elaborate a little more on that?
Well, first of all, I think, from a standpoint of social responsibility, we recognize that there is a climate crisis. Something has to be done about it. The right thing to do is to cap emissions. We are big believers in market forces, so we believe that putting a price on carbon and pricing the externalities generally of harmful aspects of energy production is the right thing to do. That is how you incentivize the best technologies, and we're big believers in technological innovation. It's fundamental to our business. And
so let me ask you how you got in this, if I might.
How I got into
energy? How'd you get in climate?
Okay, well, I was the real story. I was working for Senator Chris Dodd back in the mid 1980s. There was a letter that ended up running around Capitol Hill saying that the Natural Resources Defense Council was looking for a communications director. I applied for the job and got it.
Well.
And I spent 6 years at NRDC, and then I spent about another 10 years in the sort of energy and environment consulting world. Working for Ogilvy, and then one of my principal clients, Constellation Energy, asked me to come on board about a decade ago, and so I've been at Constellation for about the past 9 or 10 years, almost 10 years.
That's great.